Good morning, Happy New Year, Happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live podcast, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday, which I think is now year 4, year 5. I've lost track, but we'll come back to that. But we hop on every Friday and talk about everything North Fork. This is our first show of the new year, so we've had a little bit of a holiday break, and so I'm just coming out of that fog. I hope everybody had a great holiday and a great New Year's, which that time between between Christmas and New Year's, where hopefully you don't know what day it is, where life gets a little bit of a chance to slow down, and perhaps you get a chance to set some intentions, make resolutions if that's your thing. Tracy and I, for the last few years, have been setting intentions, sometimes in the form of the word of the year, and lots of you have shared that in the past with us. We've also kind of done some workshops or a collage just to, use the month of January or the early part of January to sort of set you into an intention for the year. Our guest today, perfectly timed, is Sofia, the owner of Greenport Pilates, Yoga, and a Wellness Center, which is such a perfect time and into this either fitness journey or whatever journey that we want to in January. But the trick and the secret is, how do we keep that along? Good morning, Sofia. How are you?
Well, good morning, Sunita, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. Are you one of the people that sets an intention or a resolution, or, being in the fitness industry, I don't know how it works for you.
Well, of course, I start an intention every day, but of course, January is the primary start to set an intention for the rest of the year. I definitely do that.
Right? But I feel like maybe you have a little bit of advantage over the rest of us because you're always surrounded in a beautiful space that's inspiring to sort of stay fit and stay healthy and mind and body and all of that. So is that an advantage to be involved in that? So even in November, you're thinking of it?
Oh, absolutely. The people around us inspire us every moment, and we pick out brand new visions for the future because of them. They all share with us what their intentions are, and our intentions become bigger and bigger, and it's just wonderful. Just
That's
wonderful.
awesome. That's awesome. I see Tracy hopping on. I wanna hear if she either has, because we haven't talked about it yet. I want to see if she has an intention or a word. Do you set an intention or word for the year,
Do
or
I?
some?
Our intention is family this year.
Good morning.
Hi, Tracy. Hi.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Sophia.
Our intention is family.
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 For some reason, Tracy, once you joined, Sophia's echoing.
Oh, well, I was trying my brand new
Oh,
microphone. So
I unplugged mine. Yeah, it's echoing.
okay.
Sorry.
Is that better? Hold on. Let's see.
I gave up on mine. I not gave up. I didn't try. Tracy and I, every year I guess it's January, we try to better our program. And so one of the things we did was get one of those microphones mine is sitting in the box. I didn't even charge it. It's much better.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to dive in, Tracy, before we go into Greenport Wellness? What's your intention for the year?
So, for those of you who know the St. Francis prayer,
I guess St. Francis doesn't want her to say it. We lost Tracy. Tracy, are you still there? Tracy? Sophia, are you still there?
I'm here. I don't see Tracy.
Oh, I guess she'll rejoin. Somehow she lost. Okay. I'll wait for her to come back. I don't know, maybe when she unplugged her microphone, something happened. I'm hoping she'll come back. I'll jump in with mine. And if you'd like to share, Sophia, feel free to. My word of the year is gentle. And the way I see it is about really being gentle with your time. being gentle to yourself, almost like a version of sort of slowing down, if you will, in a way, you know? And just making space for others, being gentle and empathetic towards others' thoughts and feelings, because I do find myself moving to the judgment phase when somebody says something. So that's my intention for the year, is to just be gentle.
Well, I can definitely understand how you can be hard on yourself, being that you're in charge of North Fork Live and having all of this ambition to bring this to the North Fork. That you have to be gentle with yourself, and that's a wonderful word that I'll probably add into mine also, to be gentle. And being that our root word family is just such a huge word that encompasses it, possibly gentle, slowing down. When you're in the business world, as you ladies are, it's very hard to kind of harden yourself to the family needs and to enjoying the family. And now that I'm a little bit older, I get to revisit my life with my grandchildren. And that's why I put the word family. It means to just kind of really sit back and enjoy them every moment I can, because they're blessings.
It's hard to make time away from work, because especially if you're a business owner, because it's all consuming and there are no set hours. I mean, in the middle of the night, even if it's your brain that's working, it's working.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're a little bit at a disadvantage. I mean, the superpower that you have as a woman and entrepreneurial skills does take away from the family time.
I agree. Well, welcome back, Tracy.
I don't know what happened. I literally was like, for those of you who know the St. Francis prayer, and then St. Francis just cut me right off there.
Okay,
So the St. Francis prayer is something that I read every Wednesday at one of my meetings that I go to. It's a meditation meeting. And it's something that every time we read it, I actually think, ooh, I'm not doing that. I really wish I was, but I'm not. I'm not doing it as well as I would like. Just a little bit of the prayer is like, to love rather than to be loved, to understand rather than to be understood, to forgive rather than to be forgiven. It's about focusing on being a kinder, gentler person rather
it
than
sounds like
worrying.
giving, and it sounds like giving,
Yeah,
about
and
being a
rather
giving
than
person.
worrying about being right or having that person understand that you're right, or, you know, your needs, putting others' needs over your own, in a different way, in more of like a spiritual, loving way. You know, obviously we're big proponents of taking care of self to be able to serve others, so that doesn't discard that. But just, you know, really being cognizant of how others feel after engaging with me. That's something I really want to focus on.
It's interesting because that's part of the gentle thing for me too, is being gentler in my responses. Because if you know me in real life, obviously I have no filter and my responses come out immediately. So they are authentic, but not necessarily always serving the person that I'm giving it to.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
my intent is to be a little gentler, still be true to who I am, and I'm still gonna say the SHIT that I'm going to say,
Yeah.
but maybe I can perhaps do it after an exhale.
Yes. Yeah.
And so okay. This talk is great because, given that Sofia is in the wellness, Pilates, yoga realm, let's talk a little bit about fitness. I mean, tell us how you started the Greenport Pilates studio.
And I really want to hear everything about reformer classes because I'm so interested, and I know nothing, but I really want to know about it.
Well, you're in luck. So first of all, I know the word fitness kind of seems like a gym. We are a fitness center, but it's mostly a wellness center to promote also well-being, a very holistic, that encompasses the body and the mind and the heart. So when you're doing Pilates, you're not just exercising your body, you're using flexibility or developing more core muscles. You're toning your mind and body to work together, and you develop also more mental well-being. And that's the same with yoga or sound baths or any of the classes that we have here or anything that we host at the center. How did we start in this? Well, my dad and mom were always big proponents of they loved the North Fork. I grew up in the North Fork in the summer, and farm to table and Truman Beach, and everything was right off the vine. And that's how we grew up. But also exercise was a big proponent in our life, whether it's walking or bicycle riding or weightlifting. My dad was a big Jack LaLanne lover. And
Ah,
actually,
mine too.
yeah, I love Jack LaLanne, and actually he did a lot of Pilates himself, but we didn't know it was Pilates. At least I didn't know. You know, in the service, they did a lot of the same type of mat Pilates classes, and I grew up with all of this. And little by little, as you know, time has changed in Greenport and the community grew, we've discovered with my husband that it's lacking in the community, and we didn't have anywhere to go with our family to really nurture this love. And I was blessed. Mike is an amazing designer, and he designed this studio that is just absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really gorgeous. People from all over the tri-state area and parts of the world have commented that, and that's what we did. And during our journey, many doors opened, and our instructors are amazing. They're all trained. None of them are better than the other. They're all different, and we offer a different type of variety of classes. And it's just a blessing, and every door that opens has brought in wonderful, wonderful people.
Do you teach as well, or do you just manage the studio?
No, I teach. I have my yoga certification, and I have a Pilates certification. I only teach beginner classes. It would be, you'd get a better class with the girls or the trainers that we have rather than myself. I can teach beginner, intermediate, but I will show you the basics. And one of the things that we do, because to the North Fork, Pilates is new, especially with a reformer. And
Yeah.
the reformers were created by Joe Pilates over 100 years ago. So this is not a new exercise. It's actually called *�𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏. And we have free intro classes just to introduce it. Yes, just to introduce it to the community.
So
No matter what,
for someone that's only familiar with mat Pilates, which is, I don't want to say similar to yoga, but we get the concept, right? You're on a mat, you're doing some motions. So
right.
so tell us, for someone that hasn't experienced, what is the difference between mat Pilates and the reformer Pilates, I guess, with the machine?
Yeah.
So the reformer has a variety of springs and settings, and it's very, very low impact. Much of the exercise, you're actually laying on your back. So you're moving your arms and your legs with the weights of the springs, and you're laying down. You're not feeling the impact of standing or lifting
I
weights or
see.
dumbbells. So it's great for people with injuries, and that's how Joe Pilates created it. He actually helped rehabilitate World War I veterans with it. And the other thing that's wonderful with the reformer is that you can independently work each side of your body. Where your body is asymmetrical, if you're right-handed, your right hand is stronger than your left. You can actually target different areas the way the machine is constructed. It's not electric, it's very basic, very intimidating, but once you're on it, you do enjoy, and it's actually easier than it looks. But
I
it does
feel
feel
I have a
wonderful.
question. I have an assumption about it, and I want to know if it's correct. I feel like when often I'm doing mat Pilates, I will lean on my muscles that are already developed rather than utilize the ones I'm actually trying to target. And I feel like the reformer will help me actually work the muscles that need help. Is that true? Can you target muscles?
Absolutely. Your
Yeah.
brain, and with the coaching and the cueing of our instructors, you're able to get and fine tune the muscle that you are trying to pinpoint. Your calf muscle, it's not just one muscle, there are many muscles, but once you have your foot on the foot bar and you're flexing as the instructor is saying, and then they put a little word in your mind and say, turn your ankle just a drop. Well,
Yeah.
then you engage those special little intrinsic muscles. And it's the same with your core. It's not just one big core. There's so many facets, or your arms and your shoulders. I mean, I've learned a lot. And one thing about Pilates, it helps posture. Our studio will be open 2 years in May, and Mike and I have noticed the residents of Greenport are standing taller. They have a pep in their step. Yeah, they're just jumping over the potholes or the curbs. They're becoming more agile, and there's less fear of of balance issues, and that's another thing. So it's great for every age group. It's great for athletes. Many of the football stars do Pilates, and also it's great for pickleball players, tennis players, or golfers. But for the older community where we are, it is fantastic. And our oldest client is 94. And
Wow.
we have clients that are 16 also. Of course, the classes are very different. Um,
How big is a reformer class? Because I'm assuming there's only a certain number of reformers.
Sure, we have 12 reformers,
Okay.
and it's a group class, but you can start with private classes, especially if you have an injury. You would start with private classes, or if you feel intimidated, so you can get used to the equipment, and then we can see what needs work on your body or what you'd like to work on. But the free classes, all you have to do is give me a call. We'll schedule you for a half an hour. You don't have to bring your credit card. You just have to tell me a little bit about yourself. That's one thing I've been enjoying about the North Fork is I've met amazing people, just as I'm sure you have, just amazing locals, people that travel. It's an amazing melting pot, the North
We
Fork.
Well,
need to move our
reformer.
podcast to a wellness studio,
Yeah,
Tracy.
I know. Well, reformer Pilates is on my 2026 list. It's been on my mind. It keeps coming up in my head. And I know I've talked to you about it before, Sophia, and I haven't gotten there. So I am going to come, Sunita, if you want to come with me, but I'm
That's so funny because I had this exact
definitely going to
conversation with
try it.
Sophia. It's been on my list since 23 or 24 since
Yeah.
they opened. And I have walked in there and you mentioned Mike. I mean, your space is truly beautiful. And at the very beginning of this conversation, you talked about how it's not a gym. I mean, walking in there are no gym vibes. I mean, it is a most soothing, inviting space to linger at. So along with the Pilates and the yoga, you also kind of host wellness events. So can we talk a little bit about that?
So we host a sound bath, and a lot of the things. Oh, you seem like you
Oh,
like
I
that.
love sound baths. Yeah.
I'm learning from the community. Many of the of our friends come to us and say, "Well, do you ever think of a sound bath or a women's group or a meditation?" And a lot of
What
things come
about
from the
clarity
community.
breath work? Do you guys do clarity breath work?
We will be doing breath work. We will be doing a little bit of whatever the community wants. We just started Tai Chi classes. That's very popular. But the sound bath is really miraculous. I had no idea how impactful it is. We have clients, young and old, that come in with issues, joint issues, elbow issues, and then they report back. I'm not sure if the sound bath had anything to do with it, but my elbow doesn't hurt or my heel doesn't work. And then I take notes. And I know it's truly miraculous. I don't know how it works. I mean, I'm learning our from Patty, who does the sound bath. She's a therapist, a sound bath therapist, but it is a miracle. That's something
we
so
keep we
simple.
keep getting reinforced the idea of a mind body connection, right? And
Right.
so much of our pain is caused from the churning in the brain, right? So yes, the elbow is hurting, but I also find like I've been to a sound bath at actually 𝗚𝗏𝗹𝗏𝗏 in the field, and in the beginning I was like, I don't know how this is going to be, but there was just something about being able to go inward and something about the vibrations of the sound and the
Yeah.
energy of the group. It's just beautiful.
Well, it's all about vibrations and frequency, just the way we met together. When we met at a web event, I get to connect with you and you get a vibe from the person. And that's how the sound is. Our room that we host the sound bath in, it's a great room. It reverberates. When the sounds and the gongs and the bowls are hit, it just bounces off of the walls. You kind of feel the vibration in coming into your body and vibrating in and out, and it just resets you. We get reports of better sleep, less snoring, less pain, just calming, very calming from the frequencies and the vibrations. And all the bowls and gongs have different hertzes. So it's not just a matter of banging a pot or banging a crystal bowl. They all have different frequencies that affect the body very differently.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the women's group. I'm glad you brought that up because next week you are actually hosting the North Fork Web, the Women Entrepreneurial Group at your space.
Yes, we're so excited. Mel and I, we've been working on this, and it's going to be a little different. We're encouraging everyone to wear either cute socks or exercise relaxed clothing. And if you'd like to try the reformer, you can get a little taste of it, and then you'll come back for like the free intro, and then we'll have free taste. We'll have wine and nibbles, and we'll all communicate and talk about our words for the year and all different things.
You know, I don't make many web meetings anymore just because of my life with a toddler and such. But when I saw that it was at your studio, I really, really want to go. But it's also the first PTO meeting of the year, and I have to go. I'm so upset that I can't make it.
Don't be upset. We're open every day except like 4 holidays during the year, and you're gonna come in, Tracy, and
I am.
And we have kids yoga too. During the holidays, we do offer children's yoga, and they're so
do you really? Because Tilly loves yoga. She does it all the time.
They're adorable. They're adorable.
Yes. Oh, please. How does, this is a perfect example. How does someone find out about your special events? Is there a mailing list that we could sign up for?
So there is you can create a profile on our website, and then you'll get the monthly newsletters. And
okay.
On Instagram, I try to post things on Instagram. If there's something coming up, if there's a new instructor. Last year we had 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗻, who is world famous in the Pilates world. She came and she taught at our studio for a couple of weeks. We will put that on the post, who's coming, or if we're having kids yoga during holiday breaks, whatever we're doing will be posted.
Oh, I will definitely bring Tilly to the next kids yoga. We do Sesame Street yoga almost once a week at night before bed. So we will try it.
I'm looking forward to this web meeting for many reasons, but one of the things you mentioned is it's a shoe-free zone, so everybody has to wear their socks. And I find that I'm looking forward to it because I find that it's so grounding. Once you take off your shoes, because when you wear heels or shoes, you're in this go, go, go mode. But as soon as you take off your shoes and you're kind of, feeling the earth, I think it's going to be a totally different energy. And what a beautiful way to start the year.
Sunita, you have to wear the Pride socks that I gave you.
Oh, okay. I'll wear those socks. Okay. Any socks. And if you don't have socks, I'll give you socks. You'll love it.
Well, Stephen has a question of, do many men go to your Pilates classes?
Oh, absolutely. We do. We're thinking of hosting just men only. They get a little apprehensive doing the classes with the ladies, but we do have a lot of men. They normally take classes early in the morning, and you'll be surprised. Some of them came in, they took the trial, they were very intimidated by the reformer, but they feel the benefits right away, and they do come regularly. They do.
Okay. Before we jump into the NOFO,
wait, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just have a question in terms of, so you can do your free class to try the reformer. Do you have packages? Do you have memberships? Like, what are the different ways people can get involved?
So we do have packages. We have memberships that are monthly. They're the most price conscientious, and you could just join and take 10 classes a month. And that's really inspiring because you have to finish those 10 classes. It's like 2 classes a week. We also have individual classes because not everyone lives on the North Fork year round. So you can just get a package of classes and use them within time period. Right now we have a special. If you've never been to our studio, a first Pilates class will be $30. Your first yoga class will be $20. We have an unlimited yoga. We host about 42 classes that fall into that category, like Tai Chi, Sculpt, Yoga Sculpt, Vinyasa. There's 42 of them, and for $100 a month, it's not reoccurring. You could just take 1 month. You can take every single class, so you can just pretty much live there. We just want you to experience it and feel the change in your body, the endorphins that are created. It's a real great happy space.
And along with that, you have a weekly drop-in demo kind of time set up, right? So people can come. So what day is that?
So Mondays at 11. noon, at noon, we have the drop-in. You do have to pre-register, so I can make sure it's only limited to 6 at a time. That way I can give you undivided attention. And Fridays at 4:30. Now, if you'd like to come with your spouse or a friend at another time, just let me know. And if the room's available, we can do it together. That way you try it out. And we encourage you to try it. That way you know whether it's for you or not.
Yeah, and also then the first time you're not walking in with a group that already knows what they're doing. This is sort of like a private walkthrough, and you can test out what the machine is and whatever. That sounds great. That sounds great. I mean, I know that you have this drop in, and I have yet to make it, so 2026 might be the year. I'm glad Stephen asked the question because I want to take a minute to give a shout out to him. For those who don't know, Stephen is a great supporter of our show. He's usually at a lot of the shows to watch, and he's involved in the North Fork Community Theater, but he's also an amazing artist in his own right. And as you see this picture or this painting in the backdrop, that is something that Stephen painted for me out of one of the pictures of my sunsets that I post, and it is beautiful.
It's stunning.
And hopefully it will. I'm trying to redo my backdrop, and hopefully it'll stay in the backdrop for a lot of the shows to come this year. So thank you, Stephen. Stephen's work is also displayed at the William Reese Gallery, among other places. So hopefully we will feature him on the show soon and chat more about that.
And this is just a little thing between me and Stephen, but Stephen, we're having a karaoke party for Tilly on Saturday. So thank you.
Okay, NOFO Live 5. You ready?
Okay, NOFO Live 5. Let's jump in. Okay, so Sophia, if you were going to take Sunita and I out for a meal, your choice, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, where would you take us?
I take you to First and South. We have to have fun.
We know what we're going to get there. It's going to be fries with 5 kinds of dips first, and then we'll worry about what we're going to get.
We'll have fun there, and it's such a relaxing atmosphere. The food's amazing. We'll have a cocktail or not, and just do a lot of people watching. We love going there.
First and South is the Cheers of the North Fork.
Avocado chicken salad. Never had a green chicken salad. It was amazing. I think that's or maybe avocado egg salad. Whatever it was great.
I'll try that. I've never had that. That sounds.
It was really, really good. I think it was an egg salad. Now that I think about it, it had like dill, egg, and avocado, and it was amazing. And it's only a special though. It's not on the menu all the time. But Sarah, if you're listening, I think it needs to be on the menu.
Okay.
She does listen. She does.
She does.
She does listen a lot of money. She'll get her house in order. Okay, Greenport has a lot of beautiful places to catch a sunrise or a sunset. Do you catch one, and where?
So I'm very fortunate. I have a home on the bay, and I love the sunrise. Mike and I are up in the summer 4:30 just to catch that sunrise. And I never turn on the lights in the house until it's completely dark in the evening, or it's bright I don't turn on the lights. So we'll wake up in the dark, we'll scouch to the kitchen, I'll make our coffee. I am a big Aldo's lover, so we make Aldo's coffee every morning, and we watch the sunrise, and we have our meeting. We have our morning meeting with our coffee, seeing the sun rise from that little point on the bay. That right there is the Greenport life.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make it better is if you said after work you got your boat and you sat in the bay.
No.
That is the Greenport life.
Not big boaters. It's okay. We like to watch.
Oh, I like to sit on the shore too. I'm not a boater. Just toes in the water, I'm okay with.
That's another thing on my 2026 list. I'm getting my captain's license this year.
Wow.
You go. I mean, Tilly might get it before you at the rate you're going. We joke because Tilly, when she sees boats, points out that that's going to be her boat or whatever. Like she's picked out her boat.
But she invites all of us on, which is very kind of her.
That's very nice. Okay, Sophia, cocktail, mocktail, brewery, vineyard, where might we see you, and what would you be enjoying?
So my favorite is a Cosmo, but it's got too much sugar and I get a little woozy. But that is my favorite. I'll probably have that at either Noah's or Frisky.
Noah's makes a really good Cosmo. I have had it a few times. First of all, just the glass. I mean, you could put water in that glass and it would be pretty. But that pink shade, oh my God, beautiful.
Right. Yes. I do love those. Yes, but I stay away.
What about farm stands? Where do you generally shop, and what do you like to get?
So I I shop around everywhere. I go to every farm stands. I go from 𝗬𝗎𝗓𝗏s, Organics, Hearts, Latham's, Seps. I really do go everywhere. And believe it or not, I love IGA. IGA does have great produce. So I'm always just shopping around looking for whatever I can find that's a good value.
What was the first farm stand you mentioned?
𝗬𝗎𝗓𝗏's farm stand. It's
Where?
in 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏 on
I don't know that
𝗏𝗶𝗹𝗏.
one.
It's in Southhold. Oh, so it's
Yeah,
one of these tiny
it's
little
a
stands somewhere.
organic farm for eggs and produce.
Oh, I'm gonna
Great.
have to look that up. But because
Yeah.
there are so many, I want to say no-name farm stands where people just put. So I'm like, this is one of those hidden gems I need to like drive by.
Isn't that one of the most wonderful things about where we live? It's just like everywhere and anyone can participate. You don't have to be, a really big business. If you have chickens, you can sell your eggs on the side of the road. It's just so great. It's like living in the 1950s back here. I love it. Okay, so tell us why you like being a part of the North Fork.
Well, I've been coming out here since I was born in 1963. My parents always had a house in East Marion. We've walked to Truman Beach. We know a lot of the locals. It's very interesting to see them grow up and have their own businesses and their own families. But what I love is what everyone contributes to each other. The studio actually has really made a big impact on us. We stay there and we communicate with people and we just kind of exchange ideas. And that's how the whole North Fork is, whether you get produce from one of the farm stands and you're talking to Michelle's at Hearts or wherever, you're just always finding something to talk about that's meaningful. It's very meaningful.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good place to have real connections with people. You do feel connected to your community. Thank you, Sophia, for joining us, and thank you for opening this space because,
Yes.
I mean, there are yoga studios on here, but I don't know if there are other Pilates studios here, but even aside from that, the fact that you have a well-rounded space for so many things, like I'm looking forward to the web meeting, and I hope
This
that
is good fun.
that's my first entry into the reformer area space, but not the last. Right, Tracy? We're making a
Yes,
commitment. The
we
two of
are.
us, okay. We'll
Yeah.
hold each other accountable and show up soon.
Yeah.
Yes, you're all welcome, and you're even welcome to come and take a tour. The space is over 4,500 square feet. It's very large, and we just want to meet you. I think you'll love it, and we'll see you Wednesday. Tracy
Yeah.
will get you.
Wednesday the 14th is a Women Entrepreneur Networking meeting at 5:30. So we'll see about 40, 50 of you then.
Wonderful. Yes, exactly.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday. Thank you. Happy birthday to Tilly, Tracy. I
Thank
know
you.
you have a big weekend coming up.
Yes, we do.
Enjoy the weekend, everybody, and we will
Thank
see
you
you
so
next
much.
Friday. Bye.
Thanks,
Happy
Tracy.
Friday.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.